Hey everyone, it's Tyler. Today we are going to check out the Ubiquiti UNAS 2. We're going to unbox it, get it set up, but first let's look at some of the specs. Okay, so the UNAS 2 comes in at $199. This is a unified network attached storage with two 3.5-inch hard drive bays, 2.5 gigabit Ethernet networking with USB-C connectivity for an external drive, and it included PoE++ adapter, all in a compact footprint. It does come in black or white. I ended up going with the black. I think it'll look better in the background of my videos. So you can get the 5-year extended coverage on this. So for 5 years, you're able to RMA it. They'll ship you a new one immediately, and then you ship the old one back. That's a pretty good deal for $49. And then Ubiquiti also sells hard drives for this, starting at 1 terabyte, all the way up to 24 terabytes. A couple images here, you can see the drive bays. The drives are not hot swappable. Essentially, you would shut the unit down and then pull this tray out to change out one of the drives if you needed to. Ubiquiti provides a list of compatible drives, tech specs for this. 8.8 inches tall, 5.1 inches wide, and 5.3 inches deep. Again, two 3.5-inch drive bays, one 2.5 gig Ethernet port, and then one 5 gigabits per second USB-C. Max power budget is 52 watts on this, and the max power consumption is 60 watts. What's cool about this unit is you can plug it directly into a switch if you have PoE++, and then it will power that via the switch. But it also does come with a 60-watt PoE++ injector, which is what I'm going to be using for my setup. It has a quad-core ARM Cortex A55 at 1.7 gigahertz, 4 gigs of memory. It does have Bluetooth 4.1 for setup, and without drives, it's 2.85 pounds. It does have a little LCM screen on the front. This runs Unified Drive and then also works with their mobile app. Supported file protocols, NFS and SMB, so you'll be able to mount this drive to your computers. Since this has 2 drive slots, you'll be able to do RAID 1 for redundancy. So I have 2 8 terabyte drives that I'm going to be putting in this. And so one drive will be used for data and one drive will be used for failover. In the app, you'll be able to have personal drives and shared drives for you and either your business or employees or family to use. There is file encryption. You can back this up to a remote UNAS. So if you have one NAS at your office, you can have it back up to a remote site, and that way you've got that redundancy. But you can also back up to cloud services like Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, Amazon, Backblaze, and Wasabi. You'll be able to do snapshots of the data. You can create links, so if you want to share files with other people, you can do that. This has Time Machine backup for Apple Macs, client app support, and user groups. Here's a look at what comes in the box. And then, of course, there are the add-ons, the adapter that does come with it. So let's get this unboxed and see what it's all about. Okay, here we go. Unboxing the UNAS 2. Oh, okay. So it kind of folds up. We can see instructions here, how to pull out the drive bays. We have the installation guide. Power cable. Here is the black PoE++ injector. Comes with a nice braided Ethernet cable. Looks like it's shielded. Looks like we have anchors and screws, and then some drive screws. And then this looks like a wall mount. So we must be able to mount it on the wall. That's cool. And here's the drive itself. Looks like that's all that's in the box. There we have it. Got the LCM screen, USB-C, just the logo on the top. We have the drive bay on the bottom, and then we have the PoE++ port there. Reset button as well. Looks like a little hole for venting. What I've seen online is there is a fan in here to help cool the drives. There is the drive cage. So I don't know if you can see in there. Yeah. So at the top of the UNAS you have the two SATA ports, but also there is a fan up top there, so it's going to draw air in and out. Seems like a pretty simple design. Okay, on here it shows drive 1 and drive 2. Looks like we should just be able to pop our drives in here, and then we can do the set screws. Shows here SATA connector. Okay. Yeah, there's only one way to slide it in. And you're able to lock it in place. The wall mount is actually just for the PoE injector. You can't wall mount the unit. So there we go, little compact size. Let's get this on my network and get it adopted. Okay, device is updated. You see there? It is setup, storage. Oh, it says setup, storage, and control plane. Here on the computer, we have our introduction. We have to agree to the terms and services. Start. So I've already done that. Set up storage. And it looks like hard drive 2 says unified data found, which makes sense because it is a used drive. So we will reformat that. Okay, so we have our 2 drives. Storage pool. Let's add drives. All data will be erased. Okay. So now it's creating that storage pool. Let's look at some data here. Temperature 41 degrees Celsius, CPU load, processor, 4 cores. It does have 24 gigs of internal storage for the OS, and then just under 4 gigs of memory. So we're using 1 gig currently. Storage pool 1 is created, fully operational. Capacity is 8 terabytes in RAID 1. So we have 8 terabytes usable, and then one of the hard drives is for protection. Looks like we have a new update for Unified Drive. Okay, so improve SSD cache, which we don't have. Backups. Select data to backup. We have server that we can back up the data to. And we can also set that as a schedule. So if we wanted to back up the data off-site, we could. We have snapshots, shared links, services. So this is how we can find the UNAS on the network. And then we can also encrypt the drives if we want to. Notifications for changes and issues. We'll leave that default for now. Control plane, and then we have identity. We can add our business logo if we wanted to here. And then of course we have file access. You can also do a directory integration with Microsoft or Google. We can see the default shared drive here. We can enforce a storage limit. We can see who has access, so all the admins, which would be me. Snapshot, encrypt drive, and activity. Looks like we have a trash can, so files and folders moved to the trash can be restored within 30 days. After that, they are permanently deleted. And here's the main dashboard. We can see the UNAS, we can see the hard drives, port, status, temperature, uptime, fan mode. Right now it's on balanced. We could do quiet and then maximum cooling. I'm going to keep it on balanced. I can feel the air a little bit coming out of the top. It's still fairly cool, so we're going to keep it on balanced. Backups, file services, users. And you can see I added this to my Mac. So earlier, so while this was updating, I had an email from Ubiquiti, and so I added the UNAS to my Mac. It still does say to get started, contact your admin to request file access. Okay, so it looks like for me to be able to access the files, I have to create a username and password. So we will do that now. Apply changes. And then I'll add a personal drive for me. So now, looks like identity wants to access local devices. I'll hit allow. Okay, so now I should be able to log into the UNAS, connect, and I will put in my info. And there we go. So we have the shared drive, that's an example, and then personal drive. The screen recording is 100 megabytes. So we're going to copy. And we will go to my personal drive and we will paste it. There we go. So now it is on the NAS. If I log into Unified Drive here, I can see some info about my files, and I can see here's the screen recording. So we can duplicate, move, copy, download, move to trash, and then we can create a link. We can set expiration date, access limit, require password. So it says screen recording link was copied. I can also do QR code. I can download the QR code. So if I open that up in a private window, so now it opens up that file and I can hit download. It shows who it was shared by. So you don't have to have a login for that one. So if I'm done with the link, I can delete the link. And there we go. Looks like we can upload the different file types from here. We can create new folders. And this is just on the web browser. And then we have our trash. Now let's look at this on the phone. So here's the email I received. I'm going to hit load credentials. So now in Unified Identity, we can see the UNAS 2. We have file access. Okay, so here is our screen recording. I can click on it. I can go to 3 dots and preview. So now it's going to stream that file. I can scrub through it. I can rename it, duplicate it, all that fun stuff there. And then I can create a share link and set expiration date, access limit, password. I can also access the shared example. Then we have links here, globally manage all shared links here. We have a trash can. And then no recent tasks found. So if I had downloaded or uploaded something, it would be there. Eventually, we will be able to automatically upload photos from our phone. Supposedly, from what I've seen, that's coming in an updated release. So I will make a video on that when that happens. Just to show you really quick the screen on here. It says storage fully operational. You can see the usage, the drives, and then upload, download, and how many clients. There we go. That is the UNAS 2 from Ubiquiti. The UNAS 4 is supposedly coming out here in this first quarter of 2026. The UNAS 8 is already out, and then there will be a rack mount UNAS 4 coming out as well. So check out the website for those. I'll leave some links in the description below. If you have not subscribed yet, please consider doing that. Give this video a thumbs up if you can. That will help me with the YouTube algorithm. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.